Um, I just, I just spent like an hour. So I tried to meditate, and when you're trying to clear your mind of like everything, a bunch of stuff just like comes to your head, right? I think the stuff that comes to your head is probably like the important stuff to you, I guess. Um, but I was recording myself meditating. Just I don't know why. I think that's the point of this conversation. I think like when I was meditating or trying to, I just kept on thinking like, why am I recording myself doing this? Like, who is this for? Like, and I was thinking like, I've been telling people that I've been meditating. Like, why am I telling people that? Like, that's just it's such a dumb thing to be telling people. Like, it's for me. Why am I doing it for other people? And I started just thinking, well, I'm trying to clear myself of all these thoughts, like all sorts of stuff I'm doing because of other people. I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? Like, I go to the gym because I'm fucking trying to show off, right? Like, what am I trying to show off? And I try to get good grades in school to be comparable to other people around me. I don't know. I think that that's really just exemplified in the fact that I was sitting there trying to clear my mind of all these thoughts, and all I could think about is, why am I recording myself doing this? Like, why am I trying to like prove to people like what that I'm like this like smart, like introspective guy that like meditates, and oh, look at how mature I am. I meditate. Like, come on, bro. Like, that's just like it's a disgrace, to be honest. I mean, I think it's just dumb. And then I'll say this. So my phone cut out, like cut that video of me meditating short, and obviously like I instantly noticed it because I'm looking at the camera, like thinking like, what am I doing? And I see the thing at like low disk space or whatever, and my phone's storage was completely full. And the reason it's full is because of these videos that I've been taking of myself talking to the camera. And so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna solve this right now. I'm gonna go and get these videos onto my computer. So I thought, okay, I gotta like get a cord. I get the cord. It's in my car. So I get this cord. I plug it into the computer. I start like transferring the photos or the videos, and I'm sitting there, letting the videos transfer to my computer, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna let these transfer. And I'm sitting there, and just the other day I was talking about like this like addiction to my phone and stuff, and I was sitting there like my computer's being used, my phone's being used. I can't do anything technology. I'm like, what can I do? Okay, I can read a book, right? And there's this book that I've been trying to read, and I just don't give myself time for it. It's not that I can't find the time. It's just I don't prioritize it enough to take time out of my day to read it, which is stupid because I open this book, I take the bookmark out, open the page, and one of the first things is right here. One of the first things that I saw was it said, first of all, that looking into your own soul is good. That it's a good tool. It makes you be able to like triumph over stuff. But more importantly, it said, keep your mouth shut when talking to people, right? To like do things for yourself and not for others. Which let's see how well we're doing with that. And it also said, where is it? I guess the other stuff is not super, it's not very relevant, but it was just saying stuff that I guess I need to hear in that moment. Like keep your mouth shut, bro. Like why am I trying to prove to people that like I'm like, this smart guy? Like it's because I care too much about these people's perceptions. And now I'm talking through it. In the book it said everyone dies, and it's all kind of meaningless what other people think of you and other people's perceptions about you, and that if it doesn't matter when you reach something as long as you reach it, and you shouldn't really care about these other people's opinions on you and all that good stuff. And I think that I put too much weight on what other people think of who I am. Like, recently I've been stressing out over how my hair looks. You can't even see what my hair looks like on a video. And it's like, it's such a dumb thing to care about. Who gives a fuck about what my hair looks like? And like I've been caring about my appearance, not like I've been hitting the gym and stuff, and like trying to eat better and like lose weight, not to be healthy, not to be strong and youthful and like live a great life and like be healthy into my later years and stuff. No, I've been trying to lose weight and look better so other people will judge me and be like, wow, he looks good. Like, come on, man, it's such a fruitless endeavor. And I think in the book it was talking about like all these other things are these like obstacles and perceptions about people are things outside of you. They're completely outside of you. And the only things that are within you is your soul. And that your soul you have full authority to change, obviously, and you have full authority to control. And that you can't let these things that are outside, these pillars and these obstacles, you call it pillars in the book, but these obstacles around you to impact you. And I mean, I think that's so true. I think it's so, in the book it said, if something bad happens to you, so be it, because nature has to do things, even like nature's doing everything with your best interest at heart, pretty much. And even if it seems bad in the moment, it might not be bad in the future. And I mean, I personally don't really agree with that, but it's kind of like I'm saying that when all the things I needed to hear was in this book, that I got some obstacle with my phone running out of storage, and I had to, because I was recording a video to talk to other people. So first of all, it's a whole plethora of like ironic things happening, or just a bunch of things just happening all at once. Like I'm recording this video about me meditating, which is just wrong. I mean, it's just kind of stupid. Like, why am I shouting to the world that I'm out here meditating and trying to like better my life when it's like I'm trying to better a life that's being broadcast to the whole world. And then I'm out here, so then my phone stops, and I have this obstacle. I have to go solve this obstacle. I go out there, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna solve this obstacle, get these videos on my phone, delete the videos off my phone, get them on my computer, and then I'm stuck there in this little limbo. And I open up the book, and the book is telling me all these things that are so relevant to my current situation, and it's like a big wake-up call. The book, for everyone wondering, is Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic who, I mean, there's such a great philosophy to live your life by. I think it's like, I can't imagine. I mean, he was an emperor, and he had everything in the world. Like he was the emperor of Rome. He could have done anything. He could have lived in complete luxury and complete hedonistic pursuit for, I think he's like ruler for like, no, how many decades he was. He could have just been out there partying, getting drunk, indulging himself with anything. I mean, no one would have said no to him, and he didn't. He mastered his soul. He spent time reflecting on his soul and becoming like the character that he wanted to be, and really harnessing that within himself, which is so like admirable. And I mean, I wish that I say that when like the book is telling me, man, like I have the power to do that. Like everyone has the power to change who they are. I mean, shit, if you want to be a hardworking person, go out there and be a hardworking person. No one's stopping you. No one's telling you like, no, don't do that. If you want to be a lazy fuck that sits on the couch all day and does nothing with their life, do that by all means. You have full authority to do that. If you want to go and I don't know, if you want to go play video games the rest of your life, go do that. You have full authority to do that. If you want to be a kind person, if you want to be like a smart, interesting person, go out there and be that. Like that's what the book is telling me. I think it's obviously. I mean, it's giving me all the things that I need to hear. Obviously, not want to hear. So I don't think I really wanted to hear that. I'm kind of just like doing things for other people. It's just I don't know. But I think that's just one of the big lessons from this book is that you can't be doing things for other people because we all die. You know, at the end of the day, who's going to remember me in 100, 150 years? I think it's kind of ironic that these were his personal writings. That's just, if you know anything about the history of this book, it's his personal writings, like his like journal, pretty much. Which I guess this is kind of what this is right now. But his journal where he's writing. He's not expecting anyone to see these writings. You know, he's not writing to an audience. He's writing to himself, and he's saying like, who's gonna remember me in a few generations, pretty much. And I'm sitting here talking about his writings, like about what, like almost 2,000 years from when he wrote them to no one. But for me, like, I have the same mindset he did. I mean, in like probably like what 2-3 generations, who the hell is gonna remember my name? Who's gonna remember Malik Allison? No one. I think it's really rare that Marcus Aurelius is remembered, but like no one's really gonna remember me. So why care about what these other people who are also gonna be gone in 2-3 generations? No one's gonna even remember whoever so and so's name was. Why let their perceptions and their ideas of who I am impact who I want to be and who I can become? I think you really gotta just like, it's interesting. I mean, in the book he basically said that death is not something to be afraid of. It's kind of, it's more of like I think you have to, that death in the limited amount of time you have on Earth gives you purpose, and that like if you're immortal, I think this has been said all sorts of times, but I mean this is probably the first time it was ever like articulated in writing, that is that like a flower is only beautiful because it dies, right? And if you're immortal, you have no reason to want to do things. Like I know I'm gonna die one day. I mean I could die tomorrow, and that has to give me some, and it hasn't given me before, but I think I really have to start like having some self-awareness that like my life is very meaningful, and that it's short, and that I have a limited amount of time to do a lot of things. Like I have big dreams, but I'm not like working towards those dreams right now. And life is gonna go by like that, and you gotta take a hold of your chances. I think that's really what part of this book was talking about. And I think it's kind of amazing because I read like 3 pages and it's giving me all these like ideas. I mean, I gotta finish the book, but I just think, I don't know, I think it's so true. Like who really cares? Like you gotta be doing things to enrich your own soul, and then I think once you have that strong soul, you can go out there and then impact the world. I don't really know if that was what he was saying, but that's kind of what I got. It's like you can't let these other people around you influence yourself, because yourself is yours, so it has to be controlled entirely by you, or else it's not really you, is it? It's like a group project. I mean, and then once you have like a real good sense of who you are, an unwavering ability to like stay on your course, let's say, or just a ability to be yourself all the time. I think that a lot of people are like flexible with who they are. Like you can meet a person and they'll be like, they'll act like some idiot, but then one-on-one, like let's say like in a group setting, someone's like acting like a dumbass with their friends, but then on one-on-one, they're all like, mature and stuff. Low-key just me. Right? Like they're they're I say they, but I guess am like a weak-willed person where I don't stand by my virtues all the time. I don't stand by my beliefs and my values all the time, 100% of the time. I think that once I develop that skill and once I have the ability to be unwavering in the face of anything, if I'm always myself, then I'll be able to have a greater impact on the world because I'll have the like ability to be like, okay, I don't care what you say to be about me. I don't care what you think about me. I I know that I know who I am. I don't need these other outside opinions, and I can do what I want to do. And I want to do big things. So I have to have the ability to be like, no, fuck you, bro. I don't care. Right? Like I don't care what you say. I don't care about your opinion about me. And I think that really just comes down to being able to, like the book said, just put yourself in your own little bubble and get these obstacles and these pillars outside of you and keep them outside of you. Because I think a lot of people let them into your bubble. They let these obstacles into your bubble, and then they impact you. They influence you too much. These outside opinions, they impact you too much. And then you become someone you're not. And yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say. I think it's just, you can't be doing things for other people. Like, what was I doing? Recording this meditation video. Like what a dumbass. Like, what am I doing? Gotta prove to the world that I meditate? It don't matter. I'm not gonna be telling anyone about this anymore. I'm not gonna tell people I meditate. I'm just gonna, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this video, to be honest. Because be kind of like, that's the thing I gotta think about, because it's kind of like a, I mean, I don't want to get super technical, but I think that there probably is a difference between, especially with the internet now, it's kind of a big difference between people like directly around you knowing about what you're doing and like bragging to them, and then like kind of just putting something out into the internet and just seeing what happens with it. I think that there is a difference in that aspect. So I think I'll probably just post this, but not tell anyone about it. Guaranteed not tell anyone about it, because that's the whole point of this talk. Like, you can't be doing stuff for other people and telling other people, because it doesn't matter. It matters what your motivations in the things that you're doing. Like, if you're just doing stuff for other people, even if they are good things, but you're doing it because other people tell you to, and you're not truly like passionate about it, and it's not truly yourself, then that's an issue. You got to fix that. You got to be figuring out what you want to do, because it's your life and it's your limited amount of time on earth. So don't be doing stuff because other people tell you to, or doing other stuff because you want to change other people's perceptions of you, because that's dumb. It's a waste of your time. We're all going to be gone in a few years anyways, or a few generations. Then two, develop a strong sense of yourself. Like, you need that to be able to be like, I don't care what you think about me. You have to have that, a strong sense of yourself. And lastly, you got to be, what's it called? You got to be, well, first of all, I don't know. I think the final thing I have to take away from this whole experience is that you got to be cognizant of the shortness of our lives here on earth. I mean, like, dude, I'm 16. I got hopefully like what, 70? Yeah, hopefully I got like 70 years left. That seems like a ton of time, but cut the last like 20 years of my life out, because that's what I can, by then, I mean, what can I do? And it's what, like 50 years, and then you think I got cut out like all this other time because I got to do school. I don't really have that much money. I can't do other stuff. I can't do all this, and this. I'm saying that, and that low-key just sounds like excuses. Man, fuck all that. I mean, I can work and try and accomplish things until the day I die. But like 70 years is not that much time. And I gotta be aware of that, because I can't be wasting my time out here. Like, every scroll on social media, that's a waste of my time. Every time I'm like fucking, I don't know, doing some bullshit, that's a waste of my time. I think that's also something I have to come to terms with. Yeah. So don't be doing stuff, and don't be shouting to other people about what you're doing because you want to change their opinions of you, and don't be doing things because you want people to think differently of you, because it's all about, you have to think about yourself. You have to become yourself. The second point, be yourself, have a strong sense of yourself so you can do task 1. Then task 3, or realization number 3, is that, man, we don't got a lot of time to do stuff, so gotta get it done quick. Don't be wasting time. Whoa. Oh, oh, oh. All right. Peace out, I guess.